Hi, everybody. New semester, new season. Welcome back to the Noticeable podcast by the Student Health Center. Woo! So, let us first introduce ourselves because I feel like you don't know us. So, my name is Jai. I am currently a first year psychology and political science major at Aloni College. And on campus, you can see me as student wellness ambassador and, of course, as I'm deeply involved with the psychology club and ASOC.
Hi everyone, my name is Natalia. I'm a business administration major, and as you know, I am one of the Step Up ambassadors for this semester, and I'm super excited to be with the podcast team to record our first session.
Hi everyone, my name is Andrea. My major is psychology right now, and I'm an international student from Taiwan. And I'm also one of the student wellness one of the student wellness ambassador here at the health center. And I'm also working at the front desk for the international office. So maybe you'll pass by the office and you'll see me.
Yeah. Okay, so hi everyone. I'm Valeria. I'm a second year business admin major student, and I'm involved in a couple of things on campus. Obviously a Step Up ambassador. I'm also an A&O, Dreamers. You can see me at Dreamers Without Borders meetings. Also Metro.
We are your student wellness ambassadors for this year's cohort. With that, we are also your new squad pod. Woo! Okay, so this is a new semester, y'all. So since it's back to school, I know everybody loves back to school shopping, and I know everybody's like up in the game with their bags and must-haves. So why not let's show them what are our 5 must-haves for this school year. Okay, let me start off first. So this is my bag. It's a little bit heavy. So it's one of the bag with a labubu on it, but but let me show you my first 5 must-haves. So I have here with me is a pad. So I have here a pad. This is not the pad that we gave out at the Student Health Center. It's my personal pad, but we do have a pad at the Student Health Center. And then I have my trusty headphones. I could not live without this. I love this so much. I also have here my claw clip. So I just put it in my bag just in case I didn't style my hair, but I do love styling my hair. And then I got this pen from the health center too. That's kind of what we give out for swags. And wait, how many is that? I feel like that's 4. I have one last is wait, my cord. My Mac, because I have a MacBook and sometimes there's like wires that I need to connect to my MacBook and I need this one. So yeah, that's my 5 must have. How about you guys?
Okay, I'll go next. So let me showcase my bag. This is my massive bag. Oh my god, it's like so heavy too. I have so much stuff in there. Also, I got this thrifted. It was a pretty good price, honestly, like $22, and like it's lasted me last semester or last year and then this year as well. So yeah, pretty good quality. So as for the stuff that I have in here, let me just show you 5 things. So the first item that I chose is this stress ball. I got it from the Student Health Center. It's one of the swag items that you can get. It just helps like a lot, like especially like back to school with like anxiety and stuff and like fidgeting. I'll just like sometimes pull this out and like just play with it a little bit, and it just kind of helps me calm down. And also like give me something to play with if I get like bored or something during class. Another thing I have are these breath mints. These are the Icebreakers Mints Wintergreen. So I used to be like addicted to gum, but I just noticed that it kind of like hurts my teeth after a while, like chewing it. So I kind of switched to this instead. And I feel like it also helps a little bit with like anxiety. Like if I'm feeling like just anxious in a moment or something, I'll just like pop one of these in. And also it keeps my breath smelling pretty fresh. So yeah, I always carry these around. I have like so many bins of these at home. Yeah, a lot in stock. And then I have this highlighter. It's another swag item I got from the Student Health Center, but it's one that I actually use like in my everyday life. I use this a lot in my math class because we have to do like a lot of writing and stuff. So I'm just like highlighting every single day, and it's very useful. So they have different colors on here. And that's my third thing. And my fourth thing, these are 2 items, but I always carry them. This is my like lip gloss. It is NYX fat oil. It smells so good. It smells like strawberry or something. And then I have this lip liner. This is a really good lip liner. It stays on pretty long. I don't know what brand it is, but yeah, I'm always carrying this like every day too, and then I'll swap out the colors. And then the last item I have that is like one of my must-haves is my headphones. But I actually got this literally last week. It came like in the mail, and I've been using it nonstop because my mom had one, and I was like, oh, I love these because they're like noise canceling and everything. So I was like asking her if I can get some. So yeah, I always take these with like when I'm on the bus or walking around campus. They're just super helpful, and I'm always like blasting music. So yeah, those are my 5 must-haves.
Wait, your iPhone, not phone, your like headset looks so good. Like the black
Yeah.
Yeah.
quality.
And it arrived on time for the podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So mine backpack has been with me like 7 and 8 years already. Timberland, good quality. And my thing, let me pull it out. So my earphone is a little bit different. This is for like using the phone transmissions, not like directly input in your ears. So it won't hurt your eardrums, which is good.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then I always have a book with me. So this month I'm reading Tiny Experiment by, let me take a look. And Lorelle, I think it's a French writer. And then also I have my travel journal, which is including all my like class notes, everything, and some doodles because I draw a lot. And also a big bike for all of the classes that I have because I like taking psychology classes. You know, we have a lot of things to write down and then review. So this is kind of a good organizer for you to, carry on for the whole semester. And then I think the last thing is my pencil case, which is multifunction. You can put a lot of things in it. So yeah.
Yay.
Okay, for me, it would be my laptop. I carry my laptop everywhere I go. It's like either for school, like making appointments for meetings. I also always have headphones. I feel like I need headphones every single day. Whether to study, just relax, listening to some music, and also my phone. I feel like communication with my friends, with my teammates, anything that we need to address, it's always handy to have my phone on me. And then I have like a self-care packet which has a lot of stuff on its own. I have like gum, I have menstrual products, disinfectant wipes. So I carry this all the time. It's really comes in handy, and I've had like little like conversation with people, like if they ever need something, it's a good conversation starter.
Yeah, I feel like when you need something, just run to Valeria.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
also think like just like having something like can help make you feel good like every single day will help.
Mhm.
Like well prepared.
Yeah, she's well prepared. Y'all. Okay, so what are nice things that you guys have shared to us? So you might be wondering, why are they sharing all the must-haves and stuff like that? Well, our episode for today, we will be talking about is life as a community college student. So if you don't know, we are students at Ohlone College. Ohlone College is one of the community colleges around the area. So that's why our topic for today is like our experiences, like just to get to you guys to know what do we do as a college students. So how about you guys? What are your experiences? Wait, let me start first. As a community college student, at first it was tough for me because people are in universities and I just got here like a year ago. So that's why it's kind of hard for me to make friends and those stuff. But eventually, as time goes by, as months goes by, I feel like we are just in a small community where everyone knows everybody. And in our community, in the Ohlone community, we do have a lot of resources. I feel like that's also helpful for the students and staff. It's not hard to make friends. It's gonna be hard at first, but as you try to put yourself out there, I feel like it's easy to make friends and it's easy for you to know the resources because they always put it out to you. Yeah. How about you, Natalia?
My experience for my first semester, it was pretty overwhelming, to be honest. Because the jump from like high school to community college, it's not too different, I guess, from university, but it was a little bit different in certain ways. So there was like a lot of more independence, which was like a positive thing that I found. So I got to like set my own schedule. I got to like pick my classes and my professors and stuff, which I really enjoyed. And sometimes I'd have like classes in the afternoon and I would just kind of hang on campus and then I'd just take the bus back and stuff. So I kind of liked having that relaxed pacing, whereas like in high school, you have to like be there by like 8:30 a.m. Then you have to leave by a certain time. So I kind of like how I can just like go on campus whenever I want. If I want to go to a class earlier and just hang out and study, I can do that, or I could stay later. But I did face like a lot of responsibility, having to like register for your classes. The big mistake that I made my first semester was I'm a part of like the Ohlone Promise scholarship thing. And for that, they require you to visit your counselor, I believe, 2 times. So I think I was like lagging on that because I kept pushing it back. I was like, oh, I'm going to like meet with them later. And then come November, I was like scrambling to get like a counselor to meet with. And then one of them canceled on me. So yeah, it was a little bit difficult. But I learned from that. And now I'm like more on it about seeing my counselor and like getting those questions that I have answered. Also arriving to class on time was like a little bit of a challenge for me because like I take forever to get ready in the morning and stuff. And just like I have to commute too. So I take BART and like public transportation. So just having to be on time. Like I've been late to a few of my classes and that has been like a lesson for me to like try and improve my time management. And then last like little thing I learned was trying new things. So in community college, I was definitely like stepping out of my comfort zone more. So like I mentioned, like I take public transportation. So last year was the first year I ever like took a bus by myself. And that was like super scary. I remember being like super anxious to do that. But then after the first couple of times, it became so enjoyable. And like now I love taking the bus. Like I will not complain. Like I love the views from Ohlone. Like when you're on like the Key D, like the highest point, you can see the whole Bay Area. Yeah, Ohlone is such a beautiful campus. And like now I'm applying for like internships and like interviewing for clubs and stuff and going to a lot of events around campus and just taking in the moment because I know community college is going to be different from university. So I'm just trying to enjoy the experiences that I can have here.
That's so good.
Yeah, I feel like I resonate with Natalia, especially with commuting and like using the public transportation. I feel like that's a struggle for me too. Like the traffic.
Yeah.
There's suddenly a lot of cars at Ohlone. There's a lot of students at Ohlone.
Especially the first and second week.
Yeah.
It was the traffic.
It was so unexpected.
Yeah. Yeah, how about you, Andrea?
I think I kind of like related to Natalia's experience, but I'm like mine is kind of like different. So I finished my bachelor, which I study in the university from Taiwan, and I come here to continue studying different major. So the experience is kind of different for me. It's like I have already established my strategy to study, how I organize my time, and I have like that experience already input in my mind. So I kind of know what I should do in order to get, straight A's or be a successful college student. But I think as an international student, it's kind of hard for me at the beginning because you come here, a new country, everything is new for you, and then you don't have friends here, and you don't have like a stable job for financially, making you have more expenses you can spend by some, some merch,
Yeah.
So it's kind of like pretty nervous and pretty stressed at the beginning, but I think that's kind of a motivation to fuel me to become more involved in the school and then push myself forward to, no matter it's learning languages and also expanding more opportunity. For example, my background is I study for nursing and I come here to study for biotech at first, and then I changed my major to psychology. So, it's more expanding. And I also have the new opportunity to work at the admin jobs at the office. So I get to know more people, like international students especially, and I help them to, navigate to the new environment, which is awesome. And I'm grateful that I can have the chance to, be the person to provide and be the person to help. So yeah, it's kind of my experience.
Thank you. I've always been pretty introverted, like throughout high school. And one of the goals I had going into college, which already was a scary thought on its own, was pushing myself to be more extroverted, to talk with people. And I'm really grateful that I was in this Puente program where you're with a group of students for the whole first year. You take a counseling class and your first English class. And I'm really grateful for the friends that I have made, the relationships I've built, which were really helpful. Just like navigating school on its own. Like you have classes with like the additional classes with people outside of the Puente program. And also just like all of the information that you're given. And something that like Natalia brought up was like counseling appointments, like all of these other required stuff as a college student. So you are succeeding. Is it all seems like it's a lot and that you have a lot of time for it. But a lot of stuff can come up, a lot of unexpected stuff. And then it's like leaving it all at the end. It's like, okay, now what do I do? But, having a like really sound support system is so helpful in like making sure that you're not stuck in that position. So, yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Thanks for sharing. I feel like you are doing good because you've mentioned that you're like an introvert person, and now you have. Oh my God, guys!
She's like extroverted.
She's so extroverted right now. Like if you see Valeria on campus, say hi, and she would say hi.
We say hi. We can have a conversation.
Yeah.
About anything. Like we can go out for like. I tried matcha the other day for like the first time. Which, my friend invited me to latte.
Oh
I
my
just went there
God!
yesterday.
It was really.
Which one you get?
She ordered me it was a latte.
I don't know. I get the salted cream. That one is like
Get out.
I need to try
Yeah.
more, but it was like new experiences you make with new people that you meet.
Yeah.
Which was really fun. So we can go and do stuff. Come up.
Yeah. Sponsor matcha.
Oh,
I'm kidding. But I feel like your thoughts are all, are so good. I feel like you have all amazing experiences at a community college. I feel like a lot of people misjudge a community college student. Like I've been hearing negative feedback like, oh, what is your school? I go to a community college. And then they would say like, oh, you just went in and out. Well, actually, that's not really it. If you try to put yourself in the system and if you try to get involved, it's pretty much busy. There's a lot of opportunities that community college offers. There's a lot of room for improvements. Just like what Andrea shared, she's improving. She changed her major from biotech to psychology. So that's kind of easy for her to do since we have like low tuition compared to other universities and stuff. And I feel like as a community college students, it's not really that hard to navigate college just because it's kind of a startup for you. Like you start up your first 2 years at a community college, and then when you transfer, you're totally a different person by then, and then it's easier for you to navigate the university life.
Yes. Something that I do want to add is like, I think that you were also like trying to touch on is how close knit like community college is. I think one thing that I had the opportunity is like to actually have relationships with my professors, which is something that can be difficult at a 4-year university where there's like 200 plus students in a class and you're trying to like make yourself stand out to your teacher in that. So I think that's really something that students should keep in mind?
Yeah, it really depends on the person. Like, it really depends on you and how you navigate the community college system or the university system or just college in general. Because I feel like we all have different ways, we all have different tricks on managing the community college. Yeah. So, with that, we will be gladly to share to you all what are the tips and tricks that we learned from our community college experience. So, one trick or tip that I could share is I think it's more everybody resonates with this is time management. I feel like it's not just as a college student, but as a person in general. Either you're a working person, you're I don't know, you're a high school kid or something like that. I feel like time management is really important in your lives, especially when you're deeply involved in campus and you have a lot of clubs, you're involved in the student government, you have a work on campus. I feel like that's going to be a lot and overwhelming when you know how to manage your time. It's easier for you to navigate your life. I mean, it's not. I personally didn't learn it over time. I didn't personally like learn it one day and then the next day. Oh, I know how to manage my time and stuff. I'm not crapping and all. I still am in the process of managing my time. From time to time, I still procrastinate on my schoolwork and stuff. But I feel like over time, as I grew old, as I grow like as meet new people, I feel like they also help me manage my time because they always let me know their tips and tricks. I personally use the app Notion, so I put everything there. Like, oh my god, my life is in my Notion app. If you
Is it free for students?
yeah, it's free for students. So I think the ASOC has a poster for it. Like the business communication of ASOC has a poster for it that it's free for students. But even if you're not a student, it's easy to navigate. Like it's really easy to navigate. It may look like complicated, but it's really easy. Where you can put there your to-do list, your deadlines, your readings, your coursework, everything in your life, you can put it there. You can put ingredients there and stuff. So I feel like no that managing tool have helped me. Yeah. How about you guys?
I can share. So for me, yeah, like I mentioned, I'm really bad at time management. It's a skill that I'm still working to improve. Yeah. And I think from just getting this position as a wellness ambassador, it's kind of forced me to be more responsible about how I organize things. And also, I learned like on the first day or I think or two of our training, I was asking like the fellow ambassadors, like, how are you guys like keeping track of all of our meetings? Because like right during our trainings, we started planning already like our weekly meetings and stuff. And there's a lot of important deadlines and I really didn't want to miss them because like reliability is one of my core values. So I was like, I do not want to like let people down and like forget something. And also, I didn't mention this at first, but I'm also involved in two other clubs. So I'm involved in the Aloni Business Society as well as the Phi Beta Kappa, which is like the, I guess, honor society for community colleges in California, or I think it might be across the nation too. But yeah, so it was like, it was so hard trying to manage like the deadlines for this and like the meetings and then the meetings for like the other stuff. So I was asking them and they recommended that I start using Google Calendar because it's like free and super easy to use. So I started using that like this semester, like a month ago. So I'm still a bit new to it and I'm like learning the different activities and stuff that you can do on it to like organize. But it's been really helpful for just planning, especially meetings. Like I use that one mainly for like appointments and meetings and anything where I have to like go and see someone in person because it allows you to do like the time thing. So it'll be like from 12 to 1 is like my ambassador meeting for the podcast planning. And then I can do like other events and stuff too. So that's been a great tool and it's also online. So in the past, I've used like the physical calendar, but obviously that's not super helpful because unless you carry your calendar everywhere, it's going to be a little bit hard to like find the stuff and the pages and whatnot. So yeah, it's just easier to use Google Calendar. But I also use the physical calendar more so for like my tasks that I do every day. So I'll create like a checklist. I'll just do like my econ reading or something and then like make a flyer for like the ambassador thing. And then I'll just check it off as I go. And I believe that does release dopamine. Like there's a dopamine release when you like check off something because it's like satisfying something, I guess, in your brain. And yeah, it's just a helpful way for me to like keep track of what I need to do. And then we also have Canvas calendar, which just details like every single deadline on Canvas that you have to do. And yeah, that's just mainly I use that for schoolwork only, but it's also super helpful. I'll just check it every day to make sure I don't miss something.
Yeah.
It's like I do not want to have any missing assignments.
Kind of build a habit of that regularly. And like you talking about the like checking off, I've also like had that like really good feeling of like actually completing something. And like going back to like Jai mentioning Notion and how you can personalize it yourself. I think when people bring up like making checklists or doing something like that, it's like really it can feel really like, I don't know if neutral is the right word, but like it's not as exciting. But like things that I had found exciting is like personalizing it to yourself. Like even like the method in which you scratch off the assignment, like if you highlight it, if you scratch it out with a colored pen, it's like little things like that that make it more fun and make it like a more constant habit. Yeah, it's something that makes it like, okay, I want to be doing this every single day. So it's constant.
Yeah. I think that also like kind of show as in your personality, like you want to like make things done. You want to organize everything, that your responsibility to like the things that you need to take care of, right? And for me personally, I use like the similar method that Natalia shared, but I would prefer to draw in hand and also write in hand because that make me like have the time to process all the informations and also like write it down. So for example, at the beginning of the semester, like I have 3 classes. Like one is communication class, so I need to write a lot of speech and I need to, brainstorm and have some ideas, have the time to write that. And also I have like 2 classes, which is human development and also intro of psych. So I need time for study, right? And I also need time for step up. I also need time for international office because we dealing with a lot of people. I want to help them at my best stage. So I need to maintain everything. So what I did is I take out a piece of paper, like A4 paper, and then I block my time on Sunday or Saturday, like weekends. And then I have like 2 hours to plan out the whole week. What should I do? Like list it out and then divided paper as like 5 sections because like Monday to Friday, and I like write down everything. What should I do? Like what's the deadline? And then maybe giving me some treats. What day I want to hang out with friends, and then plan out everything because life is not only just study, right? And you don't also have some socials. You need to hang out with your friends. You need to walk your dog. You need to water the plants. Like me, I have a garden. I do everything. So yeah, that's also important, right? So yeah, that's kind of my method. Yeah, how about you?
A lot of what you said I agree with, like especially like the like time blocking. Time blocking is so good, especially when like you have like really busy days. Like I know Mondays and Wednesdays are my busiest days. I have 3 classes I think on those days, and time blocking, making sure that I am still able to dedicate time to like hanging out with my cat, hanging out with my friends.
Cat person.
I have 2 cats. Like even hang out with my brother because like he's in high school right now and I don't see him a lot because I'm at school most of the time. But like making sure that I at least like dedicate like an hour or 30 minutes to like just sitting down, relaxing with him, even if it's in silence and we're just doom scrolling for a little bit. Or like I know last week we just like talked for like a whole hour about like what I was doing at Step Up, what I was doing at school, what I was excited about. And he shared with me too. So it's like having those dedicated moments of time to spend with others and yourself is really important. And I've used a lot of techniques like calendars, school calendars, the Outlook calendar. I use physical calendars, like under the physical planners. I know I just like I feel like I'll always forget. Like I'm an over worrier. Like I need to like have a constant reminder that okay, here you gotta go to this place like right now, just so I don't forget.
I think I need to develop that skill with like time blocking because I'll just like have the to-do list And I'll
Yeah.
just be like, oh, when I'm feeling like motivated to do it, I'll just do that.
That,
Like I don't
Yeah.
block time, so yeah, I just need to work on like that study skill, like doing that. Or there's also like the Pomodoro. I think.
Yeah.
I'm like working for 60 minutes.
Oh yeah.
5-minute break, or no, not 60. I think it's 25.
25.
Yeah, 25, and then 5-minute break.
Yeah.
Going back 25, and then after a while, it'll give you like a 15-minute break.
Yeah.
I should probably get back into doing that just to see if that works.
I heard there's like apps for that.
Yeah,
And
there's a
free-
website for it.
Yeah. There's also YouTube videos. I remember like study. I like to listen to ASMR, and there was one like study with me. Yeah. Those are like
Yeah.
it's like you hear like another person like writing and doing their own assignments, but it's like it's so comforting to like then take a break with that person, even though they're not really there.
You know what I do? I would just pause it and then have my breaks and then come back.
Yeah.
No, but it's really it's like
Yeah.
also like there's a lot out there that you could try. So like try whatever
Works for you.
Yeah, whatever works for you. It's a learn. It's not like you're gonna get it down on one step. I've learned that the hard way. So try as many techniques as you can.
Yeah.
Find the one that really fits with you.
I feel like also with what Andrea said, I like how she stated that you need to allot time for yourself. It's not always schoolwork. Come on, have a love life if you want to. have friends, go out, like live your life to the full, not the fullest, because you don't do something super crazy, you know. But I feel like allotting time for yourself, hanging out with the people you love, even eating out by yourself or going to a matcha place, boba place when on your busiest days, it kind of helps you like relieve the stress at least. It may not relieve all the stress that you're feeling in life, but for sure, I personally feel that when I have like busy days at school and work, at Step Up and with clubs, I always make sure to treat myself to like I usually allot my Sundays for church, and right now I'm not allotting my full Sunday for church, but I feel like I need to go back to allotting my Sundays for myself. Yeah, because I'm just starting like my school. We just started like a month ago. Oh my god, it's 1 month now.
Like a month.
Yeah. So I feel like it's also nice that you should, allot time for yourself, time blocking, For some people it might work, for some it doesn't. You just have to figure out how you manage your time wisely and use your time wisely because, time is gold. Time is gold. Okay. So what relates to what Andrea said, our second tip is daily routines. I personally, I feel like my daily routines are kind of fluctuating just because I am at school at some days. I go to school in the morning sometimes I don't. It kind of depends on the workload that I have with Step Up and with the other commitments that I commit like with clubs and stuff. But what I usually do is I usually plan out my evenings, not my mornings. My evenings.
You're a night person.
Yeah, I'm a night person. Like you could catch me waking up at 1 a.m. I'm still awake at 1 a.m. Like I would message them at 1 a.m. saying something, like saying a reminder. I would be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," because I feel like this is the only time that I
Productive.
Yeah, I feel productive. My daily routine looks like mornings are kind of slow, steady, not doing cuts that much if I don't really need to. Probably my mornings looks like work related documents, files, something to fix for work, for a club, for an org and stuff. So that's what my daily routine looks like. And I personally didn't have it built a daily routine for a long period of time. I think I was in high school when I started it. Like when I started to build my daily routine. Sometimes I go overboard with it. Sometimes I go a little bit like less of what I was supposed to do on that day. And know that it's totally fine. You don't have to stress out over what can you do and what you can't do. Oh, I always listen to your body. Always listen to what you can do and what you can do. Like, because if you don't listen to your body, you're gonna be burned out. Yeah. So how about you, guys? What's your daily routine? What's your day look like?
For me, I honestly don't have like a daily routine, and because like I'm more involved in stuff now, like my schedule for like the semester is changing. I'm still like figuring that out. But I think it helps to have like a daily routine, just because I don't know, I kind of wake up whenever I want. Like if I have a class, like I have to wake up by a certain point. But like on my Fridays when I don't have anything, I'll just like wake up whenever I feel like it. And sometimes like I'll just stay in bed and be like, do I have to really like get up? But then I'll be pushing stuff back and then I don't get what I need to get done. I don't finish it. So yeah, I think I should probably start creating more of like a structure, just so I wake up earlier and also go to bed by a reasonable time, because like it's not very helpful to like be waking up at like 10 or 11 a.m. and then going to bed at like 2 a.m. I think it just helps to like, yeah, that's like how my schedule is right now. So I think it's better just to like follow. Also, they say like with the weather or like the sun, like after the sun goes down, doesn't like that thing melatonin. Yeah, melatonin. It like kicks in and you get like tired. And I can feel that definitely within myself, even though I fight it. And I'm like, no, but I have to like get this assignment done or something. Or I'll just be like doom scrolling on my phone. But I think I should probably follow the routine of like waking up from like 6 to 8 a.m. and then going to bed at like a reasonable time. But yeah, besides that, I don't really have too much structure. I am trying to go to bed by like 11:30, hopefully. I'm going to try and do that.
And right now, what time is it?
Honestly, yesterday, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. For me, I think it depends. It really depends on how, like, what stages are you in your life journey. For example, like back in Taiwan, I have like internships, so that's like a fixed timing. I need to get up at 5 and then take the first bus, go to the MRT stations, and then go to the hospital, check in everything, and do the 8-hour shift. And then at the end of the shift, we have meetings. So I kind of like go home around like 6 p.m. And then the other day, do the same thing. So that period of time, I'll be like very healthy. But, you know, it's stressful because you have a lot of things to do. You have a lot of homework. But right now, it's more flexible for me. I kind of like wake up like around 7 and 8, which is happy, and then sleep around like 12, 11. So which is okay. I think it really depends on your schedules and your responsibility. But at the same time, you need to be, how do you say that? You need to productive in a healthier way, not like, you know, procrastinating, because definitely it would affect your mental health. And that's the time that you will feel more stress and then you know, stuck in a dark place or feeling like left behind and then, you know, stressed out, and, you know, you might mess up something. But it's just good if you aware of that, and then it's a good opportunity for you to find resources and think about why you've been in that stage, and then try to figure it out, and then try to ask for help, which is the solution that you can, you know, change the thing, right? Yeah. And I think for me, that's it.
For me, it's being honest. There is a lot that I've been doing, and I think that's been shown a lot in like our meetings or like in conversations. Like, oh, I just keep on meeting after meeting after meeting. One thing that I'm learning and I'm addressing now is knowing my limits, learning to say no to opportunities. Because you don't want to overexert yourself. And I know we mentioned like burnout is so real, and it can be so discouraging when you finally realize, okay, I'm burned out, but everything's still going. Like classes are still going forward. Like activities and responsibilities are still going forward, and you're like stuck like now, like, but I'm still trying to catch up. But everything's still going. So knowing your limits is really important.
And I also think that it's a great recognitions that you know your limits and you know that you're in the stage of burnout, right? That's fine, because you know that you're in the stage. The important thing is what's your next, like, how you're gonna like navigate the situation. Because if you refuse to change, that things will just go worse, right? And then it will affect your GPA. It will affect your
It
future
will
plan.
affect your mental
Maybe,
health.
maybe you're planning to transfer to a university and that will mess it up, right? So I think it's important for you to find solutions.
Yeah, I like the idea of Valeria what said, like not overextending yourself. That's pretty much a good topic, like what you shared and a good tip. So yeah, our next step would be making friends and probably building connections and being involved on campus. Like how do we be involved? How do we make friends? Well, actually, just like what I've shared earlier, what I've said, it's kind of hard and at the same time it's easy. It's hard to make friends because some people might not be interested in your life.
Oh, I come from it.
I'm so sorry. Like some people, I don't know. I feel like some people are just studying. Like they don't really want to make friends and stuff. But there are a lot of people who want to be friends. So I personally think that you just put yourself out there. That's the best thing that you could do, like putting yourself out there. Like if you want to get involved on campus, join clubs and organizations, apply. There's a lot of opening positions to a lot of officers and clubs. There's a lot of student employment. There's a lot of opportunities for you to meet new people. And if you have that one person who you wanted to talk to class, talk to that person. Like ask them, oh hey, do you have a pen? Can I borrow a pen? And then you would follow up like, oh, what's your major?
It happens slowly. It's like,
Yeah.
I have a pack and somebody
Okay. So it's like put yourself out there. How about you guys? What's your idea of how can they make friends? How can they be involved?
I think definitely to what you said, like try to be more involved on campus, specifically for like Ohlone students and like in Ohlone, I guess the easiest way to make friends and like meet people is to join clubs. And if you don't get accepted into that, you can also like just attend events. So there's like so many events because there's like quite a few clubs here at Ohlone. So you can literally go to like an event like every day.
Wait, we
Like,
have
every
a
other
club rush next week.
Guys, that's the perfect way for you to meet friends. If you don't see this like during the week of Club Rush, well, you will see us the next week because we have a wellness and welcome event at the Student Health Center.
So the time and date is next week on
Yeah,
Wednesday.
September 17th for Club Rush.
Yes, which is gonna be on the Ohlone Way.
Yeah.
And then the other one, especially for Student Health Center, is gonna held on 24
from 2 to 5 p.m. After your afternoon comes, you can head out here. We have free food, free
Meet along.
activities. Yeah.
We're gonna have a lot of activities.
And we have pizza.
Yeah. Ooh, that sounds great. Yeah, for real. So, yeah, some events. I met some of the people that I know through campus events, but unfortunately, some of them graduated already. So, yeah.
Wait, but I have a question. What if the person is introverted and they're scared about going to new events and they're on their own?
Anxious.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because that's my experience when I first got here. And I was like so scared. Like, I'm not fluent in English.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, I was like, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. That's my experience. So I think I could share some tips, like how I navigate that is, if you're not fluent in language, it's fine. You can use your facial. Like me, I was like, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, people can know and like literally understand what you're thinking. So I think that's a good tips. Or you can just give compliments. Like what I did is like I find some good looking people. I was like, hey, I like your shirt.
And that's a good conversation starter.
Yeah, that's a starter. And then you can maybe ask some questions like, hey, do you know where the restroom is? Although you know that, you can just ask you. Do you know where it is? Yeah, to make big friends. Yeah.
I think one thing also to keep in mind is like you don't have to make like a big step. Like you don't have to talk to a big group of people first try. having small goals for the week, even like just having one small goal, like waving to somebody in the hallways as you're going to class. Just like that small interaction of like putting yourself out there. Or, like ask deeper, do you have a pencil? Or do you have a paper?
Do you have lotion?
Yeah, do you have a bandage? Like small little steps like that and slowly building them can help you, go talk to that big group of people that you think are cool and you want to talk to them.
Yeah. I think that's a good way to meet like interesting people.
Yeah.
Like you can, because all of the connections start from one single thing.
Yeah.
So maybe you will know that, that person, they run their own business, they have their journaling, they're good at something, and you can learn from that. Right?
Yeah, and you build your network. Like maybe that person will become a lawyer, so they can defend you.
Connections,
Networking. So I feel like that's all good tips and tricks that we give to them. Yeah, another tip that we can give to you is to access the resources that you have on campus, especially to our OLONI students. Guys, I am telling you, we have a lot of OLONI resources, like the Student Health Center. We offer a lot of free products at the Student Health. If you're hungry, talk to an ambassador. We'll give you a snack.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give you a snack if we have some. If we're an event, we'll give you food and stuff. We have like a lot of medical services for you. It's all paid in your tuition. You don't have to worry about it. Like reduce that worriness of financial burden because you paid for it. Like access the service that you have. And also another service that we could share to you is the SAS. Well, not all people know it, but SAS is the student accessibility services. So if you need an interpreter, SAS provides the interpreter for you. If you need testing accommodations, if you have a doctor know that you're have a testing anxiety or something, they would be happy to give that to you. If you need more special accommodations with your classes, they would be happy to, give you resources. And at the Student Health Center too, if we don't have that kind of resources that you're looking for, we have an amazing group of navigators that will help you to connect to outside resources. How about you guys? What are the resources that you know on campus?
One really important
She's
one
excited.
that I'm advocating for is like undocumented student services. We have undocumented student services, access to free legal resources, talking to a lawyer, which can be really intimidating and scary, especially in the times that we're living in. But having those resources for free on campus are so helpful. There's resources for everything. I can think of so many things at Loney. There's if you need help buying groceries, if you need help with housing, with transportation, there's resources on campus to help you attain that so you can be the best student you can be and not have to worry about those things.
Yeah, I could share some. It's like the one that Valeria talking about is basically it's resource center. So they're located in Building 5, Level 3. And they also have some extra things, like they hold free farmer market, and also they have community market. So if you have needs about getting resources on nutrition or free foods, you can drop by the office and then ask help from them. Yeah. I think another resource that I use a lot is library, because I really need time to study, and then I want a quiet place and a safe place for me to, drop down in. So you, as a only college students, you can go to library and then you can request for a study room, and then they will provide a room for you, which is like located in building 3.
Yes.
Yeah. That, which is a good one.
I think the resource that helped me the most is the Career Center. So I believe their headquarters or something is located at the New York campus, but they provide their services to all Ohlone students. So I first heard about them through classroom presentations and stuff, as well as going to other clubs, and they'll have a speaker talk about internship opportunities, and then also interview tips 101. So that's how I kind of got introduced to that. And then I did a little bit more research. Like I looked at the Aloni website with the career center section, and they have actually like events. And I believe it's open to the community too, because I can see some people that look a little bit older. And I think it's amazing to have that resource where you can go and ask about like how to navigate Handshake. If you guys don't know what Handshake is, it's like a platform for students. We have our own like Aloni Handshake section where they post like the job opportunities. So we'll have like different like admin jobs that are available for Aloni students to like apply and stuff. So that's been a really helpful resource, especially because they also offer like one-on-ones. And that's how I connected with Shirley. So she's the one that like does all the one-on-one stuff. So I noticed that there's like the internship thing and then there's like interview tips. So before like interviewing for any club, I actually like scheduled a one-on-one appointment with her just so I could practice and like get a second opinion. And they also have like resume building. Yeah. So I was like that. I think that's how I kind of helped me to secure like the positions that I have now. And just from going to those one-on-ones and getting like a opinion from a professional and like that advice. Good job.
Yeah, there's a lot, and these are just some. These are just some of more opportunities and resources that Ohlone College can offer to you. So if you're not yet a student at Ohlone, enroll at Ohlone.
Oh,
Okay. So yeah, I feel like all the tips and tricks, the life as a community college pretty much is different for everybody. Like what we have shared, all the tips that we have shared earlier may not work for everybody. Again, it's really up to you on how you navigate your community college life. It's up to you. How do you put yourself in the outside world? There's no pressure to it. Know that there are a lot of people who has the same experiences as you. If you're introverted, if you're socially anxious, there are many students that feel the same way. It's okay that you're not figuring out your life right now. It's okay that you may not know what you want to major in. It's okay. Know that it's okay. And there's a lot of people who resonate with you, who will support you in your life. And we're one of those. We're one of the Student Health Center is here for you. Step Up program is here for you. So yeah, before we end this podcast, we do have something to share. Well, I think this is the first time that we're doing this on podcast. Yeah. Okay. So we sent out a questionnaire on our Instagram, on our tabling events, and it's what we call our note to self mailbox. So we asked you a question of what challenges have you experiences around campus. So we'll share one of those. Can somebody share one?
Yeah. We got a student sharing their experience about I will just read the comments. I am having a challenging time making new friends, and it is especially hard because all of my old friends have transferred or graduated. Sometimes I wonder if the dynamic with my new potential friends will be the same as before or better. I'm slightly impatient, but I have faith in my ability to make new friends. And I'm excited for the new year and what it holds.
I feel like it's really hard to like find friends, connect with people, but if you try to mix and match with people, know who you want to be friends with, yeah.
I think, like I mentioned before, just being involved really helps. Apply for those like club officer positions because you actually have a pretty good shot. Like I had no experience going in to any of the roles really, and I was still able to secure them. And that's how I met like all the ambassadors as well as like the people from my other clubs. And now I'm feeling like I actually like know people on the campus and I'm not like so isolated and lonely, and that has really like improved the quality of my life. So I'd say, yeah, go to the clubs, try to become an officer if you can, and just or like also like get employed by Ohlone. We have like a lot of like
Student
opportunities and
employment.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's the best way for me.
I felt that this submission really I connected with it because a lot of the great friends and people that I've met I'd only half transferred, and it's been honestly really hard to like go to school and not see them, because I would always see them at places I would frequent, like and off campus. But I'm learning to like sit with the fact that they're not gone permanently. Like I will see them sometime in the future, and yeah, joining clubs, joining the different like departments on campus, like you meet new people and you make connections. So it's also really important not to compare like experiences and friendships with new people that you meet, because those friends that like are not no more, they were once strangers too. Like so it's like,
exactly.
like meet new people, make new inside jokes, make like new like bring
Make
like
new memories.
new memories, exactly. So that's one of the things that I mentioned.
Yeah. Okay, so that's all insightful. I hope to our anonymous letter sender, you have got some inspiration steps on it. Okay, our next is one student shared that balancing work and school life. I dropped my work hours to study more, but still struggling how to learn how does the learning materials just by reading. My physics class doesn't have lecture recordings, and I do oh sorry, and all I do is just react to the textbooks. Luckily, Oloni has tutoring services that makes my life a little bit breathable. So I feel like I like how this person mentioned that we have an Oloni tutoring services that could help you, which is located in Building 5 near the library. Yeah, if you're struggling with academics, go to the tutoring center. There are a lot of amazing tutors there that would be gladly to help you out.
Another thing I want to add is like study groups, like in your classes. Like once you are able to like make some friends, even just invite them like, hey, do you want to study together? Because it can be really isolating just being in a tutoring center with like tutors. So like having another person who is, you know, learning the same thing, maybe even struggling with the same thing, is really helpful.
Yeah. All right. I love our conversation today. I feel like I have gained a lot of new insights from my co-ambassadors. It's like we have a lot of different views in life, and we are different people, different person, just like everyone else. So we are going to wrap up our podcast by saying one note to self to everybody. Like just one phrase. Give me a one phrase. Let me start. Know that what you're experiencing right now as a community college student is what other freshmen experience too. So you may not figure out your life right now. It is okay.
I'd say make the best of your experience in community college, because it's really the place where you'll probably do the most growing, because you already graduated high school, but you're still in that limbo of like before going to university. And I think that's how I grew the most, is just stepping out of my comfort zone and trying new things, and getting to explore like who I am and who I want to become as well.
Good.
That's great.
Yeah. For me is the quote that I use as my motto. Like I have this in my mind all the time. The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you. So just, embrace everything that you learn.
Yep, that's all they're good.
Yeah.
Mine, I think, kind of builds on what everybody has said, but one thing that like really hit me was like how quick it really passes. Like I remember my freshman fall semester, thinking like, oh my gosh, just so much already. Like I don't even want to think about spring semester, but it passed so quick. And I always like look back on it and wish I had like appreciated even like the really like dreadful parts of school, just like because it did happen and now it's gone. So appreciate them.
Yeah.
You have us now.
Oh. Yeah, so that is basically the end of our first episode.
So
So we hope that you guys have learned a lot. If you want to learn more about the Step Up, please do give us a follow on our Instagram at Step Up Baloney, and follow our podcast, which is our Note to Self podcast, also on YouTube. You can see our faces on YouTube. Hi! Our Note to Self podcast on YouTube. So stay tuned for our next episode. Bye! Much love, guys.